Now from the longtime home of the Royals, day baseball from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Braden Shipley gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, his batting average against is outstanding. It's under 200, so he's really dominated the offense thus far.
First pitch forthcoming as Jose Reyes is set to go.
Leading off the afternoon for Toronto, shortstop, Jose Reyes.
And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike, 0-1. These Royals, Eric Karros entering play here this afternoon. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. It put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
And another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Maybe a threat of a thunderstorm or two later on. Game time temperature here in even 90 degrees. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Fielded by Infante. Throw on to first will take care of Reyes, and that's how we get things started. With that, a look at John Gibbons' lineup for the visiting Blue Jays. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Well, this team leads the league in walks, so you know they're going to see a lot of pitches. That really serves them well late in ball games. But they have to come through with some big hits in order to win games to take advantage of what you've done at the plate.
Brett Laurie will stand in. He comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Yeah, not really a great performance for him yesterday, but that's just part of this ball game. You have to know that those rough ones are going to come up and bite you every once in a while.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. With the Royals going with their powder blue alternates they brought back a year or two ago. I like that. Like that a lot. Big swing at the knuckle curve. Gets nothing but air. 0-2 now. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
I think Lawrence is pretty consistent and respected for his strike zone. He doesn't seem to miss many pitches too often.
Hit hard to the right side. Infante's there. In time to first, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, you got to love having Alex Gordon in the outfield. Remember, he's a converted third baseman. It absolutely flies, gets a great jump, and really leaves it all out there out in the outfield. He's won 4 Gold Gloves in a row, 2011 through 2014. He's as good as it gets.
Cut fastball taken for strike one. You'd have to say, so far, so good here for the rookie.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting ahead. He's mixing his pitches. You'd like to put up a 0 to get that first inning out of the way, and he's close to making that happen.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Just underway here in Kansas City. And this is a ball to Encarnacion. 2-1 now. Pitch on the way. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Oh, you had him fooled there. It's 3-2 now. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. And now the Royals get their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Number 54, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, guys, in his last start, he won his 9th game of the season. So he's going for double digits here in this one.
Mike Moustakas comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Royals, third baseman, Mike Moustakas.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. And Eric, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, and that last loss dropped them back to the 500 mark on the year. So obviously they'd like to get back into that positive numbers with a win here.
He pulls this one into right. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first, and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
Omar Infante will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. He's set. Here it comes. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Nobody out, runner on first. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And Rasmus looks this one in for the first out. And with that, here's a look at the hometown Royals starting lineup card. Who are you focused on, EK?
Yeah, well, they definitely need Hosmer to get back on track. He's without a steal in this series. Not a stat line you hear about him too often. Just needs to work on getting on base, and then he can think about being aggressive and taking an extra 90 feet.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
And if you get him to look at strike 1, why not go back to that same pitch in the same part of the strike zone, and they catch him looking again.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Here's the 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through for a hit.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Coming to the plate now, Eric Hosmer, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And, oh, he can't rein it in. Runners are at first and second with one away. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through, a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Well, some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Here's Michael Morse now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 268 the average for him coming in. 17 home runs and 38 runs batted in. And he falls behind 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
Yeah, and he didn't want that one to be in the strike zone. Even with the bases loaded, this is still a strikeout situation, remember.
Here's a drive toward the gap in right center, and that's going to split the alley for extra bases. Moustakas scores. 2 runs have scored. In to score is the runner from first. It's a 3-0 game.
Well, he had backed himself into a corner here early on, but the bases loaded. He was forced to come in with something, and this is going to unload the bases as all 3 guys come in to score, and it's very quickly 3-0 here in the first.
Adam Lind will stride in an early RBI opportunity here, as he currently sits 7th in the AL in that very category.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? This is kind of surprising to me. I mean, he's a good player, but I don't think many had him pegged to be one of the best run producers in the game coming into this season. He is having a breakout year, in my opinion.
From the stretch. Chop foul right at home plate at strike one. 0-1, here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 3 runs already home here. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, if there's a ball hit out to center field in this one, and I'm the third base coach, I am not going to send him. He has a cannon out there in center field. Everybody knows it. We'll see if he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Alex Gordon will dig in here, and he'll do so with the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
And he has a top 5 slugging percentage as well. So there's a lot of extra base hits to go along with that stellar average.
First pitch on its way. Chop foul over towards the dugout. The 0-1 delivery. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now remember, he does have a base open here if he needs it. But this inning's already taken a big toll on him so far. So I'm not sure he'd want to make it any longer than he has to.
Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Reimold giving chase. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More from Kauffman Stadium right after a quick break. Jose Bautista steps in looking to get it going offensively. Things have not been going his way of late.
Jose Bautista.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Fastball called for strike 2.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And this will be lined into center field, and they've got themselves their first hit of the ball game. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turnaround first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Colby Rasmus will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's 12 doubles now on the campaign. No one out with a runner at second. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Backhanded. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
You know what? It's never too early in a ball game to play smart, fundamental baseball. You've got the leadoff man at second, so he's just shooting for the right side of the infield. And he's able to move him up 90 feet to third with just 1 away.
Standing in now, Nolan Reimold, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He'll check in with an average still south of 230. 13 home runs, 39 driven in. 1 out and a runner on third. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches, so you got to see if you can get him to chase.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike one or strike two, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike three, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Deoner Navarro will stand in now, and as you take a look at the splits, his numbers compare unfavorably once he leaves the comforts of home. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there at the knees, strike one. Two outs here with a runner at third. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
To first. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. One left for Toronto. Still down 3-0. Salvador Perez will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
Into the windup and the pitch. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Ready with the 0-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, you know when you get two strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Ben Zobrist will dig in now, and as you can see, he's right up there in the American League batting race, currently second entering play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Burns is up with it. Throw on to first. Two gone.
Third baseman, number 8, Mike Moustakas.
Mike Moustakas will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
Well, he hit the fastball, so we're going to see right here if they still come at him with the hard stuff.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, maybe a little gun-shy there after swinging at that first fastball out of the zone. But now he's got himself in a pretty big hole up there, down 0-2.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. A solo shot that time for Mike Moustakas. Home run number 16 for him on the year as the Royals have extended their lead to 4-0.
After the first two hitters, this inning didn't look like it was going anywhere. But you talk to a lot of hitters, and they'll tell you if they come up with 2 outs and nobody on, that's where they get selfish and try to swing for the fences. And that's what he did right there and launched a solo shot with 2 outs.
Omar Infante to stand in.
Omar Infante.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. No, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Bautista moving to his left, and that's the third out. Royals get one here courtesy of Mike Moustakas. We've played two. It's now 4-0 KC. Back now in the Midwest from the city of Fountains, Kansas City, Missouri. All set to go in the top of the third. Number 5 will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 1-2, here it comes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Wow, he hasn't missed a beat since his last start. Remember, he had 9 strikeouts in that one, and he's well on his way to a similar performance right here.
Andy Burns steps in hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
This is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And the count will be full. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there, so even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order. They trail here 4-0. Lorenzo Cain digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Now, after a rough couple of innings, you'd like to give your guy a chance to straighten himself out here, but I also think you got to keep your options open in case he just doesn't have it.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Bautista on the run. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. If you want Kansas City Royals baseball, we've got it all season long here on the show as you get a look there at what the Royals have coming up over the course of the next 7 days. Into the box now, Eric Hosmer. He reached on a single in his first try. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Hits this one hard the other way. Reined in. The spin throw gets him at first. Nicely done for the second out.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one. And you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Here's Michael Morse now. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And this would be a good bounce-back inning for him. He's looked a little shaky here in these first few innings, so a 1-2-3 inning would be just what the doctor ordered.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. KC down in order. They lead it 4-0. Leading off the inning, Brett Laurie, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And he takes ball one.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Edwin Encarnacion is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Hot shot towards the hole, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
The right fielder, number 19.
We're starting to see some better swings now this second time through the lineup. He had them pretty much on their heels the first time through, but this ball was squared up about as good as you can do it, and he was fortunate that it was hit right at someone.
Jose Bautista will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Out in front of it, strike one. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Chopped weakly to the left. Zobrist is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Adam Lind is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Designated hitter, Adam Lind.
And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. That's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Stepping in, Alex Gordon. He flew out in his last at-bat. On the ground to second base, this could be 2. Reyes on to Encarnacion, but it's too late to get them both.
Kind of lucky to get it out anywhere here. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and it doesn't have a whole lot of zip on it, but they do find a way to get that force.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he swings on the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to center. Moving under it, Rasmus. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Boy, that's the kind of play where you take your hat off and you wipe the sweat off your brow, even if it's cold outside. This guy's getting hammered right now. He better figure out something quick.
Into the box, Ben Zobrist. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, even though he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 70% of the batters he's faced, the rest of his game has not been sharp, and he's not pitching well.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Sliced hard on the ground. Right to him. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. When we return, we'll see Colby Rasmus start things out. It's the Royals 4, the Jays 0. And there is Colby Rasmus now. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Number 28, Colby Rasmus.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
Nolan Reimold in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Hit hard to short. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him.
Well, this guy's been absolutely wearing it lately. He's averaged down into the 220s, so if there was ever a guy that needed to put together a 4-hit ball game, this is the guy. Got that first one out of the way.
Deoner Navarro stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Cut fastball in there for a called strike.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or two.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Morse. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And he is in there.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only one away.
Number 5 stands in. First delivery to him on the way. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Swing and a miss. A big strikeout, and he's 1 out away from working out of a jam.
Well, he allowed the first 2 guys to get on in this inning, and that's something you never want to do. But then he bears down. He gets the previous guy to fly out. Then he comes up with a huge strikeout right here. That's a good job to bounce back just when things were starting to look a little grim.
Andy Burns digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
And now he's got to build off that strikeout from a second ago. This is where a little confidence can really get you out of a tough spot here.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. We're back to Kansas City in just a moment. Mike Moustakas comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
I've got a little Moustakas trivia for you here. When he was drafted 2nd overall in 2007, a high school teammate of his, Matt Dominguez, was selected 12th overall. They were only the 6th pair of high school teammates to be selected in the 1st round of the same draft.
And Rasmus is there to put this ball away for route number 1.
Well, this ball seemed like it stayed in the air a long time, but he had a long way to go to get to it. And look at this catch he makes when he finally gets there. A one-handed grab with his back to the infield. That was really well done.
Omar Infante to stand in as he lines this one out to center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And now you just start to wonder, how much is the heat taken out of this guy? You see the pitch count. It's not all that bad just yet, but he's been in and out of trouble a few times already. So he's definitely had some max effort innings.
Lorenzo Cain will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
First offering on its way. Now a ground ball for Lowry. This could be 2. One there, and a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More from Kauffman Stadium right after a quick break. Jose Reyes will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. Moustakas comes up with it. Throw will not be in time, as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close safe call might be challenged.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's one more look at it right here. Tough to tell for sure from that angle. We'll have to wait and see what the signal is from the dugout.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Royals have elected to.
All right, so here's one final look at it. Now remember, there has to be indisputable video evidence in order to overturn the call. Now the ruling on the field is safe, and it probably could go either way, but I don't think there's enough right here to overturn this call and call him out.
And we'll get our answer here, as it appears the umpires have made their decision, and the headset comes off, and the runner is safe at first as originally called, so they will lose the ability to challenge for the remainder of the game. Here's the third baseman, Brett Lowry, as he swings at the first pitch and sends a chopper out to short. Infante for 1. On to Hosmer, but it'll come too late to get them both.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch, and that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what, thank you very much.
Edwin Encarnacion will dig in now. He struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Circle change, too low. Ball 1. Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient, because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Hit hard towards center. In there, a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
This is one of the first times this afternoon that they've been able to mount any sort of resistance out there. Runners are on the corners now with one away, so this is a good chance to really do some things.
Jose Bautista will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Danger here as this is a guy who can make this a one-run game.
And if he does, make him do it out to right field. I wouldn't give him anything he can pull.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
To second for one. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Your basic 6-4-3 will get him out of danger. We're back to Kansas City in just a moment. Brett Cecil will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the sixth.
Number 27, Brett Cecil.
Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. Matt Vasgersian here as Eric Hosmer gets ready to start things out for Kansas City. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Cecil's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit to first. Fielded by Encarnacion, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael Morse.
Michael Morse steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Oh, he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike one.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul for strike two. Here's the 0-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
And they took him right up the elevator shaft on these 3 pitches. I mean, you could chart where they are. First one low, second one about belt high, and then the third one up around the letters. 3 different locations, each yielding the same result.
Here's Adam Lind. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3, but they're in front 4-0. Back here at Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. Royals leading this one as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do so, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Paul Rayner is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Paul Rayner.
Colby Rasmus will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
Boy, he might be pressing his luck a little now. That's 2 straight pitches right down the middle.
And this is swung on and missed, and Rasmus becomes out number 1.
And here's that sequence once again right here on Show Track. Now, normally this is a guy that you might want to nibble with, but he was all business here in this at-bat. Each one of these pitches finds the strike zone, and they're able to set him down quickly to lead off the inning.
Stepping in now, Nolan Reimold, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Deoner Navarro stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both a southpaw and a right-hander get loose. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Moustakis is over near the railing as he makes the catch to retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Getting late. Stretch time now in Kansas City. Royals out in front, 4-0. Alex Gordon stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one.
Left fielder, Alex Gordon.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Drilled to the right side. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
And this is what folks mean when they talk about time in the fastball. He looks at the first pitch just to get a feel for the speed, the movement, and then when it comes again, now he knows how to handle it.
Salvador Perez will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. This is line to left, but coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out.
And this could have really got this inning off to a great start, but it finds the outfielder's glove out there, and that runner's forced to retreat back to first.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. There's one on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing for the Royals, but they hold a 4-0 lead. Number 5 will dig in now, just hoping to put one in play. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts so far.
Yeah, the last thing he wants is that dreaded hat trick, so we'll see if he can make something happen this time.
And that's in there for strike one. This man out for a second inning of work, and why not? He set him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
This is not the first time today that he's chased out of the zone. That's why he's looking at a hat trick.
The 1-2 pitch. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. A look at our line score thus far. We're in the 8th from Kauffman Stadium, with the Royals leading this one and hoping to try to salt things away. Andy Burns digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
And he lays off there, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Jose Reyes will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
He's set, and the pitch. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike one. Two out, nobody on. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
Skied into very shallow right. Morse has it in his tracks. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Blue Jays go down in order. They're down 4-0. Mike Moustakas will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Fastball in there for a called strike. Cecil comes set. Here it is on 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Rasmus on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Omar Infante.
Digging in, Omar Infante. He singled his last time up. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. High in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Rasmus, still going back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
And at this point in the game, your defenders will love you for this. He's been able to pick up the first 2 outs of the inning here on just 4 pitches.
Lorenzo Cain comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and it's always kind of tough returning to the dugout after rolling into a double play. So you know he wants to make up for that one right here.
Here comes the first pitch. And they'll start him with a fastball that's low for ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. On the move is Batista, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
And that's where he's at his best. When he gets that sinker running away, he's tough to hit.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. KC down in order. They lead it 4-0. Brett Laurie will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Samuel Rosario will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the ninth.
Samuel Rosario.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. The 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
Swing and a line drive, but foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. Our coordinating producer Chris Gill tells me in my headset to tell you not to miss our post-game highlights. That'll come your way at the conclusion of matters here this afternoon, right here on the show. Edwin Encarnacion will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there, strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, 1, here it comes. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, what's the best way to make sure that cleanup guy doesn't get to hit with runners on base? How about back-to-back strikeouts? That'll do the job.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Well, now he's got to be saying, This is the wrong time for that strike zone to start shrinking. You need that to be a strike.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here it comes on 1-1. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And this is really one of the few balls they've hit solidly all afternoon. So now we'll see if maybe they can get something going here.
Colby Rasmus gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
And this crowd wasn't all that big, but they've stuck around to the final out. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And these guys continue to play good baseball, good fundamental baseball. And they finish off the 3-game sweep here in front of the home crowd.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Royals come out on top, 4-0. So long from Kansas City.
4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Blue Jays, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 39 minutes. A reminder that Royals Express buses for downtown, Crown Center, Midtown, Plaza, Brookside, and Waldo are available for 1 hour after the final out on Lancer Lane along the third base side of the stadium.